Hey everybody, with the holidays bearing down upon us and finals this week, I have been crazy busy. This will probably be my last video for a little bit, and I was going to talk about, or I am going to talk about, St. George's Island today. It is in Florida's Panhandle, which is the west coast of Florida, relatively close to Alabama and Georgia, and it is becoming more populated, but for now it's still kind of one of those vacation spots that there's plenty of people at, but it's not overpopulated during the summer. My family's been there a couple times. My parents absolutely love the place. It has white sandy beaches and relatively clear water. You can usually see maybe an arm's length in front of you, so that's pretty cool. I would suggest staying in the downtown area. The place is small and it's an island, so you have most of your restaurants, pretty much all your restaurants, bars, anything that you're going to do which is pretty much all there is to do, but are all centrally located, and then there are some houses I think you can rent up and down the coast that are a little further out. Something to note is that there is not a whole lot of touristy things to do outside of going to the restaurants in the area. So keep that in mind. It's more of like you spend the day on the beach in the water, relaxing, and then in the evenings, you go out to dinner and go have some drinks and do things like that. Stay in the downtown area if you can, because you can walk or bike to pretty much everywhere you're going to want to be. I know that there were a lot of people that stayed a little further north on the island in the more of the I almost said boondocks, but recluse areas, I guess, and they all rented bikes and biked down for dinner and stuff, so that's an option. But I just think it's cool when you can park and not get in the car all week and just walk around to stuff. So the bars and restaurants are what I was really going to focus on. The first restaurant is called Beach Pit. And although it has a full bar and is pretty popular, I think, for lunch and dinner, it's one of the few places on the island for breakfast. So keep in mind when you go, because usually you have to wait if you don't get there earlier, get there a little later, because again, it's one of the few places on the island for breakfast, so it fills up pretty fast. Pretty cool, pretty nice. It's a lot of food for a good price. So I would suggest going there. Then we're going to have Blue Parrot. Now, Blue Parrot is on the beach. It's a bar and restaurant, like a tiki hut is what the outside bar kind of looks like. It gets pretty lively at night. I think it closed either at 10 or 11, so it doesn't stay open late, per se. But it has a lively atmosphere. The staff's good. The food's pretty good. Pricing's really well, I think, for a beach atmosphere. So definitely somewhere to check out. I love that it's all at the beach, on the beach. I think it's one of the few, if potentially the only places that's on the beach to eat and have a couple drinks. So definitely try to stop by there, go there. Patty's Raw Bar is just that. It's a raw bar. It's a restaurant. They have a nice little outside place for a little band and a little dance floor, gravel dance floor. The bar is outside. They only serve beer and wine, so keep that in mind. Great for local oysters, though, because the Panhandle is known for their oysters. Of course, it depends on the season and whatnot, but that's where a lot of the oysters in the southeast come from, is that area. And so I would suggest checking that out if you're into oysters. They serve other things other than raw food, but a good suggestion for that. Black Marlins, I'd say they're an okay restaurant, personally. We thought they had outdoor seating. From the inside and from the front of the building, it looks kind of like a house, and it looks like there's an outdoor patio. And I guess at one point there was a little, and we went in May of 2016 this year. It was the last time I was there, for June, around about that time. And it looked like it was closed off. There was a little outdoor stage, and it looked like it was closed off. I don't know if that's temporary or not. We didn't ask, but it's all indoor seating from what we could tell. Although I will say, one of the dining rooms has a big open glass. It's not open. It's a big glass windows, I guess. It's almost like the walls made out of windows, so you can see the. I think it's sunset. I guess it would have to be because we went for dinner, but. So something to consider if you want to go and eat there. They did also have a downstairs that was an arcade. So I don't know. We didn't really play any games there while we were there, but I want to say that there were some teenagers, young kids, or old kids, whatever, that were playing a couple of the arcade games while they waited for a table or while their family ate. So it might be something to consider if you have kids with you. Give them something to do while y'all eat, have a couple drinks. As far as the nightlife goes, there several of the places. Patty's Raw Bar stayed open pretty late, and Harry A's is going to be the place to go. Harry A's is a restaurant, but you can go to the back where they also serve food. But at night, I think there were 2 bars outside, and a big stage area, and a big dance. Not a huge dance floor, but big for the population down there. How about that? Dance floor, so that's pretty cool, and they stay open pretty late. I think after a certain time, 9 or 10, you have to be 18, 21 or older, probably 21 or older, to go into the back part that is outside, but still really cool, something I would suggest doing if you're into the nightlife. They had a pretty cool band both nights that we went. The last thing I'll mention that you might want to do is there is a famous lighthouse with a small museum. You can pay a small fee to go into the museum and go up into the lighthouse and check out that. I would say it's very interesting, particularly for history buffs. It's something to do. It's something cultural, which I think everybody should try and do. You learn a little bit about the place you're staying. And that will be it today. It's kind of short, but I hope I gave you some insight if you're wanting to go to St. George. And I hope you have a good time. And I don't have a glass. I'm just drinking water today. Got a lot of stuff to do, so cheers to getting stuff done, and I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.